All right, friends. So let's first get into like the topic of what a zine is. For those of you that don't know, a zine is basically, okay, so there's a whole timeline. If you want to check out the Milanote board I made, you can kind of see a little timeline I made about like the history and just kind of like what the visual inspiration was like in the beginning. So zines first started out in like the early 30s actually, which just Dandy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're having a great day. I think accidentally this is below alerts. I might need to, it shouldn't be. That's weird. Oh, that's why. Why didn't it move over there? Okay, anyways. So zines began in like the 1930s actually as a part of like the freedom movement in the US, and they were a way for like people to get information in a really concise way. It started off with these really awesome independent presses, and this isn't typically included in zine history, but it is a huge part of it, especially during the Harlem Renaissance. That is like a huge part when these were really popular. And then it kind of like drifted away for a bit and then was brought back up by sci-fi fans. And then the biggest movement, which maybe some of you guys know, is like the punk movement in the 70s in the city. And that is where a huge part of this came. It was a lot of activist stuff and a lot of information and a lot of just like fan zines. That's kind of where it comes from. And a lot of it was Xeroxed. Somebody would hand draw the first one, kind of collage the first one, and then Xerox it and then mass produce it. And the kind of theory behind zines, was that you basically sold it for as much as it cost you. It was never really for a profit. It was for education and for like community was the biggest thing. So this is kind of a mini way of how to do it. There are so many ways to do that. There's so many incredible creators who make zines. I am fortunate enough to know so many in the city who are like full-time, basically independent press zine makers. So there are so many ways to do it. It can be far larger than this, but this is kind of like the rudimentary basic way that we're gonna do it today, and we're gonna have so much fun, and I can't wait. So I'm gonna take you guys through kind of how to like make it. This is an example of the one we made last time we did this. I've done this once before on stream and it was my favorite thing in the world, and I think next time if I ever do it, we're gonna get a guest maker, like because I know a few really amazing zine makers. That's a whole other thing, but this is what we made last time, so I'm gonna show you guys this and then I'm gonna teach you guys how to make your own, and I can't wait to see what you guys do. That's like genuinely my favorite part, is getting to see what you guys make. So please share in Art and Jest's Discord or in mine. I would love to see. My friend's been making zines for 15 years and always love seeing people talk about them. Dandy, no way, that is so awesome. Oh, that makes me so happy. If you want to share the stuff they make in the Discord, I would love to see. And for anyone that wants to join my Discord, it is here. So small, they are so small. Welcome in Golganek, how are you? Welcome. Oh, thank you, Brenda. That's so sweet. So yeah, this is literally made from one sheet of paper. This is a little story we made last time about the corner gremlins. For those that don't know, the corner gremlins are the ones in the corner. That is basically what I call the community members here. But this is, writing is not required. And I know I thought I saw you rose your hand. If you have questions, feel free to ask. There's genuinely no right or wrong way to do this. You can make it about your favorite song. You can make it, I'm gonna do a tutorial for this one, but you could literally do anything. You could do a story. There is genuinely no wrong way to do this, and it is all about just being creative and having fun. There's genuinely, like, you could do absolutely whatever you want. No words are required. It can just be images. It can literally be whatever you want, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Evil Turnip, welcome in! I've made one in high school, but I no longer have it. Well, you can make one again today! Yeah, so this is the one I did. It's a little story about the corner gremlins landing from outer space and going on a little adventure. This is what inspired the little campfire emote. So yeah, so this is a little story we made. They are 8 pages, front to back. This is the one I'm going to be working on today, which is going to be about how to make matcha. So a great thing for these ones can be like, it could be a little camp trail guide. I know we already kind of have one like that, but it could be a little story about like going on an adventure through all of the streams from Camp Chaos. It could be a tutorial about something. It could be about your favorite song. It could literally be whatever you want it to be. I'm now going to show you guys how to make and fold the zine. So if you guys have your paper, you literally need one piece of paper, and if you get stuck, I have a command to kind of show you again if you want to see it again, but I'll give y'all a couple seconds to get your paper ready. My cousin is actually a librarian that has added a zine library. That's amazing. We have a zine library at my school and it's the most incredible thing ever. Actually, I should draw my ferrets being mischievous. Do it. Oh my goodness, that would be so much fun. Sadly, I don't have anything on hand that I can show moving in life stuff, but hopefully I can get my hands on their next one. Yes! Oh, that would be amazing. That would be so awesome. Okay, for friends that are following along, hold on, I'm trying to see if I can zoom this in a bit more. I cannot. Okay, you need one sheet of paper, and now we're gonna fold it. So the first way you fold it is hot dog style. I guess, yeah, hot dog style. Hi, the anchored albatross, welcome in. How are you, friend? I hope you're having an amazing day. And for friends that come in late and miss the tutorial, I'll have a little link for you guys in a second. But first way is hot dog style, so now you have it lengthwise down the piece of paper. And the next thing you want to do is hamburger style. Am I saying that right? Yeah, this is hamburger style. So now you have it in fourths, like this. Sorry if the shadow makes it a little difficult to see, but now you're gonna take both ends and fold it into the center corner. So you're gonna be folding it into fourths. So take the right side of the paper and fold it into the crease in the center of the page. Albatross, thank you so much for the follow, friend. How are you? Welcome in. Another amazing artist. If you guys want to share your work, I would love to see. I really, really would. Okay, so now we have both sides folded in. You should have 8 pieces of paper within, or 8 folds within your piece of paper. And then you're gonna fold it back in half. And this is where you might want scissors. You can also technically rip it along the seam, but for it to be neater, I kind of recommend using scissors. Gwen, welcome in, how are you? Thank you so much for the follow, friend. I appreciate you. Okay, so now you're gonna wanna take your scissors and you're just gonna wanna cut this first seam. So lengthwise, you have 4 quadrants, and you just want to cut on the first little seam. So now, when you open it up, you have a cut in the middle of your paper. And again, if anyone gets lost, please feel free to tell me. I am happy to take y'all through it again. Okay, so now comes the folding bit. This is kind of the biggest part. So you are going to kind of pop out this center point. It's a little difficult sometimes. So you kind of have this popping out at you, and you're going to squeeze it all the way to the middle so that you kind of have like a cross with the paper where you have 4 quadrants of the paper. And then this gets a little tricky, especially when like your paper, if you don't have good creases like I do. Oh wow, okay, why is this giving me so much trouble? I literally did one before stream. A good way is to pinch the center, and then you're just gonna fold all of the papers so that it makes a little book. And I have this really cool thing called a bone folder because I make a lot of books. That kind of like creases it. That's not important. It's just for me to make things neater. I make a lot of books. This is a bone folder. This is the best tool ever in like paper making history. It's not actually made out of bone, thankfully it's synthetic now, but it is to get really nice creases in your paper and in your folds, and it like conforms to your hand after using it for a while. You're using your chapstick? Wait, oh, that is so cool. These are my favorite things ever. Last semester, for my final project, I made an 170-page book. This saved my life. So now you have this fold. So you could either choose to draw just from here, kind of just your sequential story, or you could unfold it. But the first thing you want to do is make sure you number each page. It could be small, but just make sure you have a number on each one so you know what page is what, because when you unfold it, some of them are going to be upside down. So, handle of your scissors, that is so smart. Okay, so now when you unfold it, the first cover page is in the center. So that is why, and some of them are upside down. So that is why you want to make sure you have it numbered so that you know sequentially what is what. So if you wanted to, you could draw a huge picture among all of these and then fold it up. You could also make it like a little more sculptural if you don't want to fold it back. It could just be this beautiful sculpture, which I have a few examples of that on my board. Or you can fold it back up and just go from here and make a little story, a little tutorial, and you could draw straight from here. But if it's easier for you to draw like that, you can draw like this, and this is the cover. And you could draw straight from here and then fold it back up when you're done. Please let me know if you have any questions. I hope I didn't go too fast. Someone else has a bone folder. Do you have a bone folder? Oh my goodness, I found my people. Please let me know if you're lost or have any questions. Now really comes the fun part. That was the building part, and now you literally just get to color and do all the beautiful magical things you want to do. Turn it into story, turn it into tutorial, literally whatever makes you happy, you can do. So I am going to do a tutorial, and if you need me to take you through that again, please feel free to ask. I also have this little guide here if you just want to take a look at that. That's also in my inspiration board. Fold one more after cut, please. Sorry. Are you at the cut stage? I can't understand entirely what you're asking. Imaginary friend, how are you? Welcome in. Oh, it's so great to see you. I watch your streams. I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome in, friend. Yes, the top edges are meant to be connected. So when you cut, you should be here and only cut to the first seam. Oh, I forget, you're not looking at this. You should only cut to the first seam, so the outer edges are still connected. Yeah, it's just one inspiration board. It's zine day! Kim, you do like collage work, right? I feel like you would love zines. Collage has a huge, like, play into zine work. No, it really does. Like, I have made so many collage zines before. That is another way you could do it, friends. If you have magazines and collage materials, you could just glue things on. It is the best thing ever. I take too long to find all my fun images, so I like doing it this way. Okay, I can take you guys through that one more time if I feel like maybe a few friends are confused. And that's totally fine. I am so sorry. This is the little diagram. And if you need it bigger, do !zine, which, excuse me if you don't work Stream Elements. If Stream Elements is taking a nap right now. Okay, this is the link to a little inspo board I have going. And that should, thank you, McKenna. And that should tell you, like, have a little image of how to make it. That is all the folds and everything you need, and I'm happy to take you guys through it again if you need it. Yay, Echo! I'm so glad! I'm super happy to take you guys through it one more time. You did it right! Let's go! Oh, I'm so glad! That makes me so happy. Okay. Yeah, it can be a little confusing the first time for sure on, like, if the folds are correct, but 9 times out of 10 you did it right. I promise. Okay, so now comes the fun part. You literally just get to draw and do all the fun things. I got so confused about some of the edges being connected, some not. That is totally fine. I totally get that. But yeah, the outer edges are supposed to still be connected. Okay, so I'm doing a little tutorial for mine. I am going to do a little tutorial on how to make matcha. Matcha is my favorite drink in the entire world. So I wanted to do a little tutorial on how to make it. But yeah, again, this is literally now the fun part. You can color, you can do literally whatever you want. Some things that I think are great ideas if you're having trouble coming up with ideas, a little story, something about your pets, something about your favorite song. That is a really popular thing with zines. A tutorial for like how to make your favorite whatever, how like anything, genuinely anything. You could do something Camp Chaos related. There are endless opportunities here and there are no wrong ways to do it. that basically, I just needed to show y'all how to make the paper, and now you go do whatever you want. How long do we have to do this? I think technically the camp sessions are an hour each, but you literally can take however long you want to take. And if you want to send your picture, like if it takes you longer, beautiful. This took me 2 hours. Unnecessarily, but I got so invested. So if you take longer, that is totally fine, and I would love to see it in Discord if you would want to share it. Literally no pressure on taking however long it takes you. Hi, is it Leslie? Welcome in. I hope you're doing amazing. No worries about being late. If you need me to take you through how to do it again, please feel free to ask. Okay, I'm going to start sketching. So I already have kind of my cover. I love making matcha. That is like my drink of choice. I make it like every morning. It is my favorite thing in the world. So I wanted to do a little tutorial on how to do it. So I'm just kind of going to sketch up how I want it to look, which is the front cover. I got you. So if you have it folded, I suggest writing a number on each one when you have it folded. So I wrote numbers on each one so that I know when I unfold it that this one is the cover. Whichever one is marked number 1 is the cover. So number 1 is the cover. Do you go by Joe? Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well, friend. I think I'll just do my ferrets being silly. The last page would be them napping after causing chaos. Echo, I love that idea so much. Average day for them, you know? That sounds like everyone here. That sounds like a regular stream here, is just chaos all day and then napping at the end. Oh boy. Okay, so I am going to sketch out what the next things are. So just kind of, I meant to like kind of have this already done, but just the steps of how to make matcha, which first is boiling the water. But yeah, I just sketch everything out and then typically outline it with like a fine liner or whatever, and then use whatever color making supplies you want. Colored pencils, Sharpies, gel pens, literally whatever you want. Your cover's an outside square? That's perfect. Whatever is 1 for you is perfect. Could be goblins, exactly. Crayons. Crayons are perfect. I know we love our crayons here. I'm using a box as a table on my bed, so I'm so prepared for this. Echo, you got this. That is perfect. As long as you have some surface to draw on, that's perfect. I didn't even like make sure I have enough pages. Let me actually write this